Alright, we back. Don't talk.
Episode 4.
Oh, I ain't even, see, that's my man, he's on point.
As we should be.
Episode 4. We got a very special guest in the building today.
Brooklyn's own.
Mr. Lenny COOKE.
Legendary basketball player from Brooklyn.
We're going to talk to him about some things that he's been doing. Some things, if you haven't saw it, he has a documentary that appeared on Showtime. You could catch it on, it was on Netflix. You can catch it on YouTube now. But it's a documentary. We're going to get into him. But before I get into him, I want to shout out to the people again, as always.
Right.
Because without y'all, we nothing. Shout out to people that supporting us, whether on Instagram, Facebook, or in person. I mean, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. We're going to try to keep it going. Now, I want to talk about something before we get started, because I feel like I could do this because, this is why I started this podcast, like this ain't just for you, it's just for me too, right? And this is making me a better person and dealing with this, right? Like, you go through things, especially like when you're trying to do something and people is fucking with you and the energy is there, like you're gonna go through things to where if you a certain type of person, you're not gonna understand what's happening. And I'm the type of person, I don't really take a lot of shit. So when I'm trying to do something and I feel like people are giving me shit, I feel the need to be vocal about it to them and to let them know, listen, you doing some bullshit. Now, I don't know the way the world works these days because, like, I'm the type of guy, like, when I'm feeling the way, I like to talk to people and I like to, be like, yo, listen, am I wrong? Like, I call Black, yo, son, listen, you think I'm wrong about this? And 9 out of 10, people tell me, nah, you not wrong. Then I get madder. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, yeah, now people agree with me. So now I'm talking to somebody about it. I'm like, you think I'm wrong? She's like, no, you're not wrong. But my homegirl, she's like, no, you're not wrong. But what you got to understand is that these guys that you dealing with now didn't grow up in your era.
Right.
Like, you from a different era. You know what I'm saying? Like, you from the era where, listen, you don't take no shit. Like, slap the shit out you era. You know what I'm saying?
They're not doing that these days.
And then it's like, yeah, all right. Now, and part of me, when she said that, was like, you know what? You right. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to like basically be a sucker. Like, that's a part of me. And then it dawned on me again. I said, wait a minute, hold up. See, this is why I'm doing this podcast. You know what I'm saying? This is why this is going down, because I don't like shit like that. And I don't have to pretend that I like shit like that when I have a platform like this. Because then how real would that be? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now, if you doing, like I said, there's a thin line between love and hate. But there's another thin line between being a bitch nigga and a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people do things and they think they doing something and they think they being real about it. You know what I'm saying? And they'll use that excuse. Like, yo, nah, this is not real shit. And instead of me saying, oh, you know what? He's not from your era. Because I don't even get that, because like an era is I'm still in this era because I'm alive in this era. So when you tell me you're not from my era, what do you mean? The internet era? Do you mean the era that, because the internet was invented, you feel in your era that you feel like you could do whatever you want to it, right, when the nigga that made it is from 3-4 eras in front of me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So basically what he did was he was an innovator for the future. Right. So now me being a nigga that's he's about three the most. I want to be an innovator for the future. Right. So instead of me acting like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to accept this. No, I have to let you guys know what y'all doing is sucker shit. Because I don't have sons. I don't want my sons to grow up being suckers. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But that's part of being a man, though.
Right. But see, this is how the people these days are just too passive. Like, even like, you don't have to do nothing to nobody. You don't have to touch them. But you gotta let them know, little boy, listen, that's the problem. That's why a lot of bullshit is going on the streets right now, because none of your friends that know better, everybody knows right from wrong. Yes. And that's what we got to start dealing with from now on. What's right and what's wrong. And when I call you and I'm upset and I ask you, yo, am I right? And you say, yeah, you right. Well, then if I deal with that, then you understand. I'm dealing with, I'm right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody knows right from wrong. So fuck what era you grew up in. Fuck how old you are. Fuck anything. Everybody knows right from wrong.
Man, I come from the whoop ass era.
Right.
Yeah.
We from the
Yeah,
fight
yeah,
era,
yeah,
old
yeah.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's
That's the
get
era I
busy.
come from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Because
these kids nowadays, they don't know nothing about that.
no, it ain't even about the kids. I'm talking about adults
I'm
too.
talking about adults too.
Right. They don't know nothing about that. But see, these the people that was really outside. See, back in the days, you was out. But I know you was outside. Because niggas used to drag us outside. With, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You Lenny motherfucking Cook. You was outside. You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
For real.
I came
So
off
at the
the
end of the
porch
day,
real
these guys
early.
wasn't outside. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a nigga that was
That's before
outside.
basketball.
Yeah, I came off the porch
Right.
early,
Right.
real early.
So instead of us just being like, yo, we just gotta be. No, listen, man. When you're doing sucker shit, I'm just gonna let you know you're doing sucker shit. That's all I'm saying.
On
I'm
Dawn
not gonna
Talk,
touch you because
we don't
I'm not
condone
going to
the
jail
sucker
for
shit.
you.
Nah, none of that.
But from now on, if I see sucker shit going on, I'm letting you know you're doing sucker shit. Because I'm not the type of person that I don't really take a lot of shit. If you go back to Brownsville, ask about me, they'll tell you, unless they're gonna lie to you and say, yeah, he a sucker. He don't really.
doubt
He's
it.
not a sucker.
I doubt it.
I'm far from that. It's hard for me to accept that. But anyway, this is Dawn Talking. We back, episode 4.
Warm up.
We got the
Warm
legendary,
it up.
the
Warm
one
it
and
up.
only Lenny Cook in the building. How you doing, man?
Yo, I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for having me, man. Howie, thanks for the phone call.
Yeah, we appreciate you for coming
through,
down, man. For
Word.
real.
That's love.
Like I said, he has the documentary.
Check that
You can
out.
catch it on YouTube now. The Lenny Cook story.
Yes, sir.
The Lenny Cook book is on its way.
There you go.
The foundation is on its way.
What's that?
The Lenny Cook Foundation, Shoot Hoops Not Guns.
I like that.
All of that's all of that's coming to play.
Okay.
I like that.
I was watching something Master P said about you. He's like he was encouraging people to watch the documentary because he said you're a guy that had it all, that did whatever you went through, and instead of just falling into a shell and just dipping off and not even dealing with the world, you decide to tell your story.
Yeah.
Which is,
I mean, I had to, man. And don't get me wrong, I did fall into a shell for a minute. You know what I mean? June 26, 2002, that night my name didn't get called in that draft.
Okay.
I was in a shell. And I say this to every class I speak to, any child I speak to, because it's like that moment was taken away from me that I always waited for.
Right.
So it's like a kid waiting for that motherfucking gift that they didn't ask their parent for all year until Christmas time, and it wasn't there when that motherfucking Christmas day came.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I did fall into that shell.
Right.
And I didn't want to be around nobody. I didn't like basketball. I didn't want nothing to do with basketball and all of that. You know what I mean? For like 2 years.
right.
And then my son was like, Dad, I want to play basketball.
Good feeling.
So I'm like, oh shit, I got to get back into this
Right.
some kind of way.
Right.
You know what I
that was your
mean?
motivation.
And
Yeah.
that's what pushed me and drove me to become the person that I'm trying to become now.
Right. Well, like I said, this show right here is about making transitions in life. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you grew up rough, just like us. You know what I'm saying? We know you from back in the day. You know you from the
Yeah,
streets.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
20
So,
years.
like I said,
Hell
like
yeah.
people like we gotta really give ourselves a pat on the back for making it this far.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Because we ain't supposed to be here, as they say. You know
That's
what I'm
what
saying?
they say.
And we the guys that did it. You know what I'm saying?
But
so we
at
gotta
the
do
same
that.
time, man, anybody that said, fuck what you trying to accomplish, you didn't make it or whatever, I just turned my back on them now.
Well, I feel like you did make it, because at the end of the day, listen, what you did, as far as with that documentary and all that, it showed a side that nobody talks about.
And that's hard to do. That's your whole life story.
We know it's hard to do, but at the end of the day, it shows the side that nobody talks about, and it takes a lot of people. You probably the only person, because you're not the only one that went through what you went through.
And that's
We
what,
know that.
that's what I was about to get into, because it's a million Lenny Cook stories.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
And if you follow me on social media, like, I got a message today from motherfucking Joe Hammond. You know what I'm saying? Said, you're my brother forever. Now, Joe Hammond is one of the greatest street ball players ever
Yeah,
to come out of New York City.
Right.
He said, you're my brother forever. And I whatever the fuck they call it, commented or whatever, and was like, damn, coming from, if you know your history, getting a message from this guy
Yeah.
means a lot to me. You know what I mean? Because Joe Hammond was different. 6'10", can do whatever the hell he want to do on a basketball court whenever he want to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he's one of the guys that never made it, and he felt like Rucker Park was his NBA. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So me being able to come home to New York City and walk around in these streets, and motherfuckers is like, oh, that's Lenny Cook, and they know me for just being out there at Rucker, Dykeman, West 4th, 35, Kingston.
Right, just for what you did here.
For what I accomplished on these courts,
Right.
nobody can take that away from me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm not. I'm telling people, yo, we only knew
speak
about
for
for 2
itself.
days, and I'm telling people, everybody knew who you was. You know what I'm saying? Especially people from that era, they knew who you was because you was famous. You was running around here famous.
Yeah, I had my time, man. I had
Right.
my time when it came to that. I had my time,
Man,
you
your
know what I mean?
time's
And I
still
enjoyed doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't just, oh, I'm gonna go play basketball, I'm going to the NBA. Like, when I first picked up that basketball in Bushwick,
Right, that's Brooklyn.
you see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers was like, yo, who is this guy? And I'm never gonna forget the fact that when LaSalle Academy played against, I think we played against Cardinal Hayes, and at York College in the city championship, and I got MVP. Motherfuckers announced me Lenny Cook MVP. Nobody applauded. Nobody did none of that. The first motherfucker that stood up was Omar Cook
Wow. I remember
and
Omar.
clapped.
I remember
And
Omar.
once he did it, the whole fucking gym got up and clapped.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because they was like, who is this kid?
Yeah.
They didn't know me. I didn't start out playing AAU at 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old. You know what I mean? So everybody's like, who is this kid? It was always Omar Cook, Andre Barrett, Talik Brown, those guys that everybody knew. You get what I'm saying?
But them guys knew you though.
They most definitely, because they had to
respected
face
the
me.
game.
They had to face me 2 times a year.
Yeah, of
So
course.
you play. Let's just run down some of the players that you actually bust their ass.
That's
let's
everybody
keep
who
it.
I played against. You know.
You was in the AAU with Carmelo.
Yeah. He's that's
LeBron, of course.
That's son. Yeah,
Because
that's
you was
Junior.
like, see, the talk was, for those that don't know, the talk was that Lenny Cook was a way better basketball player than LeBron James.
Yeah, that was the story. Definitely the story.
And then the politics got involved with it. But at the end of the day, I think LeBron even knows that.
Oh, no,
because-
that's why he won't speak about it. He
Right.
knows. He said it in his book.
No, he
but
said
he
it.
didn't say my
So-
name.
No,
he
I-
couldn't say my name because he would have to pay me though.
So
you
I
see what I'm saying?
question-
But in his book, he said there's only one player that I had to play against that ever gave me hell. Everybody in the world that know basketball know who that player is.
He never named that player.
He can't.
I'm sitting next to him.
He can't.
You was else,
can't.
you was with Joakim Noah.
That's my little bro.
Who else I saw?
Anybody from
Felton.
Raymond Felton,
Raymond Felton.
Sean Dockery.
Sean Dockery
Man,
was solid though.
oh my God, that kid was
solid.
like that. He was one of my favorite guards that I
he
had
was solid.
had to play against back in the day.
You used to play
From
against
Chicago.
Kwame and them in the AAU. Kwame Brown and them.
Kwame Brown. He was a year ahead of me, but he got
Okay.
some of the work. Amari Stoudemire.
He got some of the work.
Yeah.
Brooklyn
And
shit.
that's that Brooklyn.
Yeah, he got some of the work. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm
Hit him with the fun facts, Black.
I'm just speaking facts. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right, so I got a question, right? You feel that you got blackballed?
Blackball is not even the term that I would use. I got
Okay.
fucked. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. I feel you.
Because like I said, before the cameras got rolling, I jumped off the porch early. You know what I'm saying? And when I say I jumped off the porch early, I was running around here in these Brooklyn streets before basketball.
Right.
And I'm hanging with the wrong crowds, and I'm going to clubs. And
that's
I'm,
just your
you know what I'm
friends,
saying?
though.
But at the same time, it was like when I got into basketball and everybody was starting to recognize who I was, it's like I got to keep a clean-cut image.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I preach that because your image is everything, no matter what you're doing, your
That's a fact.
podcast,
Yeah.
your work habits, whatever it is that you're doing, you must keep a great image.
You see why I don't want to be a sucker?
Yeah.
I don't want that to be my image,
Yeah,
no matter
exactly.
what. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make if me being a sucker has to make you feel comfortable, then you gonna be uncomfortable.
And that's why I'm not in
'Cause-
the NBA, because I wasn't a fuck boy.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And when I got to ABCD the first year, that was the knock on me. Yo, he can play. He's definitely talented.
Right. He was
But
there.
in quotation marks. But this kid is not reliable. He don't have the drive. You know what I'm saying?
Things that beat you down.
And when that kid from Akron came to camp, he was clean cut. You know what I'm saying? He was clean cut, going to all his classes. When sometimes I didn't know what the classroom looked like.
That's half of Brooklyn.
I'm just being honest. Like when I was at Franklin K. Lane, I ain't go to school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm hanging with Damani.
Yeah, that's my boy. Shout out to my man Damani, man.
Like we was just doing us and having fun, but we did it as a group collectively. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it wasn't that we wasn't guided in the right direction. We just didn't have no direction. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all.
Right.
We didn't have no direction. We didn't have that big brother. We didn't have that father figure to push us. Now, don't get me wrong. My father been in my life all my life. And motherfuckers got that conscrewed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because in some of the interviews, his parents wasn't around. Now, my parents was always around.
Yo, that's what we here to clear up the fuck shit here.
They just left. They moved to Virginia, but they left me here because they know it was a better opportunity for me.
It was your decision to stay here, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
I saw in the document you stayed with the family. Where that was at?
In Old Japan.
Okay.
In New Jersey.
That was your decision?
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
I told my mom, no, I'm not going to Virginia. No. She said, well, if this is what you want to do, do it. You know what I'm saying? So, but to clear what I was saying is, like, never let someone else tell you what you can and cannot do. And that's what Kobe Bryant told me at camp. And when he said that, it was like, I didn't know then that he was talking directly to me because I was the #1 player in the camp.
Right.
And now that I look at that same video over and over and over and over, he's looking directly at me telling me those things.
All right, so look, I got another question, right? So what made you ask Kobe Bryant when you gonna play me one-on-one? That's some real Brooklyn shit.
What made me ask that question?
That's some real Brooklyn shit.
Kobe was Kobe. So if I can beat him, I know that I'm the one.
I feel you.
Kobe, he would not get out there. Karan Butler got out there, played me one-on-one. Karan Butler got his ass bust. Dante Jones, when he was at Duke, he played me one-on-one. He got his ass bust. Like the list goes on. Bodies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Kobe, he didn't play me, but that following game that I had that night after he was our guest speaker, Kobe sat right there at that motherfucking table and watched my whole game.
Rest in peace to the greatest Kobe Bryant, man.
Definitely. And when he passed,
Kobe,
man, that shit took a part of me. You know what I mean? Because now that I look back on all those things he was saying, I feel like he was talking directly to me.
Maybe he was. If you feel like that, he was talking to you. Just take heed to whatever he said and move on.
And I try to use everything he say now to become a better person.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right. 'Cause, that shit still applies, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
No matter what you're doing, it
don't matter. It don't got to be a basketball player. Anything that you do, don't allow someone else to tell you you can't do it.
Right.
Don't let them steal your joy. That's how it is. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You got a son as well, right?
Yeah, man.
So what he into?
My son balling now. He ready to go to West Kalinga in California.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Little D2, but
he going as long as he go to school.
Nah, he's definitely going because I push it on him. You know what I mean? And the relationship that me and my son has is unbearable. You know what I mean? Like that nigga right there. And from the day he picked up a basketball or knew about basketball, that's all the fuck he want to do.
I respect that. That's
well, you definitely got the genes, so.
Yeah, we both got sons as well.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm telling you, man, the way they giving this money out now is there for them. You know what I'm saying? It's us to stay on top of them, though. You know what I'm saying? I got kids that I don't see and all of that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just, as long as I know I put forth the effort, I don't give a fuck what nobody else think. You know what I'm saying?
That's Dawn talk. That's Dawn talk for you right there.
That I want the best for them. I hope they are driven, and whatever it. I don't care about sports. Whatever it is that they want to do, as long as they do it to the best of their ability, I'm happy.
Right.
Yeah, respectfully, I like that.
How old your son is playing?
My son, he just turned 20.
He just turned 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I watched his highlights though. I followed
He
up on
decent.
him.
He decent.
No,
he decent. He decent.
got game.
He keep telling me he's gonna hit bust my ass, but I ain't even
They
gonna give
all
him that
gonna say that.
opportunity.
They all
But
gonna say that.
I won't give him that opportunity.
I'll give credit.
ain't gonna play
credit
him?
due.
No way. For what?
That's
For
my
what?
man.
I'm not even gonna allow you to have the opportunity to bust my ass.
Any quicker than you.
What I look like getting out there with him? It don't even make sense.
That's cool, man. But nah, he got game. I watched his clips, and what I really like that you made it happen, because it's like every dad dream for their son that play basketball. His last year of school, you coached him.
Yeah, man. It's crazy because like
That
I
was
never
nice.
coached him. I never worked him out. Never did none of that. From 10, 12 years old,
That's dawn
all
talk.
the way up till he graduated 2 years ago. I never coached him, never worked him out, never pushed him to play basketball,
Okay.
nothing. He called me and said, Dad, I want to come move with you for the senior year, for my last year of basketball. I said, well, if your mom
nice.
says it's okay, come on. When he
Slide.
got there, I sat down with him, the head coach at the time, Gene Allen, and the assistant. And I told him, I said, look, you're not walking in here thinking you're going to be the man because you're my son.
Whoa.
You see what I'm saying? Because
Good
a lot of
Good words.
parents
Yeah, good words.
think that because it's their child, they supposed to be the one.
Right. I think that's what
I
Dwayne
never-
Wade is going through right now. right?
I would never, ever allow that. You know
Why
what I'm
you
saying?
not? You don't, think that's what Dwayne, you don't think that's what Dwayne Wade going through right now?
Yeah.
I don't think his son is as good as Dwayne Wade preaches. I'm like, I don't think he's
Nah,
that
he is,
good.
though.
No, he's good.
Nah,
No, I don't think. That's what I'm saying to you. Right.
think-
That's what I'm saying to you. If you're good, then get away from somebody that's better than you and go somewhere else and bust his ass. Like you trying to be the friend of somebody that's better than you.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, let's keep it real. Like LeBron's son
I
is
was about
better
to say
than Dwayne Wade's
But
son.
LeBron's son is
I
not
don't
the
think
best.
so.
LeBron's son is not the best freshman in that class.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that he's better than Homeboy.
No, he's
Nah,
definitely
no,
better.
he's not.
He's
Yes,
definitely
he
better than
is.
Dwayne Wade's son.
Yes, he
That's-
is.
That's a fact.
He's a ninth grader.
That's a fact. And that's a fact
He's
too.
way better.
That's
Yeah.
just my opinion. I don't know, man. I like the kid.
That's my man.
Nah,
Walt.
he-
You gotta understand. There's a bunch of men in
Nah,
here. You
he-
gotta understand. Might get crazy with
There's
the
a bunch
basketball
of
debates.
sports heads in here.
Nah,
That,
but he definitely talented.
Nah,
but
he is.
Bronny, little Bronny, different. But
don't
it's
know.
this kid from Camden.
What's his name? Put him on.
Holy shit.
promote him. Put his name out there.
DeJuan Wagner Jr.
Oh,
holy
hell yeah.
shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
He played against. He
tough.
played against
He's strong
our
with everything.
school. As a
What's school?
freshman.
You coaching?
I was coaching.
Where?
I was coaching at Atlantic City High School for 2 years. Then I left there and I went to Middle Township for a year.
Okay.
That's the
Out there in
that's the
Jersey.
school you was coaching your son as well, right?
At Atlantic City High,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But DeJuan Wagner Jr.
No, he is different.
He's
though.
different, bro. Like Wani was
saw his
different.
highlights.
Wani was different. But his son is going to break his scoring record for Camden, and he's going to bust Bronny ass. And I'm letting you know, you heard it here first on Dawn Talk.
You heard it here.
You heard it
on
here
Dawn
first
Talk.
on Dawn, so you heard him.
I'm telling you, he's
The nigga
one,
that
man.
bust his daddy ass is telling you gonna bust his son ass.
Yeah, he's definitely.
And this
gonna
is
do
facts.
It, man. I'm telling you. I watched this kid. This kid was a freshman last year. 37, 13, and 10. As a freshman.
That's big numbers though.
As a freshman.
His
That's
IQ, his
different,
IQ
bro.
of basketball is strong as shit.
And the kid they talking about from Cali, from Oakland. I mean, yeah, he from Oakland.
the Linky
What's his-
kid?
no, what's his kid? Mikey.
Yeah, okay.
He keep calling Wani out. Keep calling him out. Keep calling him out.
They gonna have to
Eventually
do
they
that one
gonna-
day.
Yeah, right.
It's definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's definitely going to happen.
Sure.
It's going to be on a big stage. But I'm gonna tell
I like
you who.
the energy,
I'm gonna
though.
tell you who else to look out for though.
Who that?
Master P's son,
He got a younger one.
the
have
senior and the 8th grader.
Oh, he got how many kids Master P got?
I never knew
Oh,
he
he got
played ball.
about
though.
13.
I never knew he played ball.
Oh, but how many play ball? All of them?
Two.
Oh, 2 of them is in.
on big time stages right
Because
now.
Little Romeo used to play ball. That's his name, Little Romeo. He used to play ball too, right? He
yeah,
was
yeah.
ranked, right?
He don't want you. He don't want you to call. He don't want the Lil on there no more. He just Romeo now.
The father tried to play too. Shit, he was in the NBA.
Well, yeah, I mean, that shit came off.
Well, he
for
old enough to be
I already
Romeo
know that,
now.
man. But shout out to him for trying.
Definitely shout out to Master P.
Shout
Man,
out
Master
to
P
P,
played on my
man.
team when I was in the when I was playing in the ABA.
Yeah, I feel like Master P understands like where you coming from because in the day he's a guy that's been in that same situation.
Yeah,
you know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah,
From the
Master
mud.
P,
He from the block.
No, I'm talking about as far as like going to the NBA. Like Master P played in the NBA for a little while. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
Yeah, he did.
So he understands the dynamics, the politics about the NBA. That's why.
No, but he just a great person, man. Like when I met him, the first time I ever met him is when I played in the ABA for the Long Beach Jam, and he was on my team. You know what I'm saying? And that was the year that I was in a bad car accident where I damn near lost my life. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for Master P, they wanted to amputate my leg. You know what I'm saying? And that's because the insurance from the team didn't cover the surgery price. And Master P paid out of pocket for them not to amputate my leg.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Hell yeah. So he's definitely a dope person, and he's not one of the fake motherfuckers that was around me that disappeared.
Right.
Like no matter what, this dude reach out to me or have somebody reach out to me, always asking about me. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what see. This is the message that we got to send right now. I'm glad you said that because this is the message we got to send right now because right now it's a bunch of kids. You just named a couple. They're kind of in your position right that you was in right now.
Yeah.
Right.
And they got people around them, and they need to hear that from you. Like, listen, the people that's in your gut. Cause I know this. You always had a feeling about them anyway.
Yeah.
Especially when the time came.
Yeah.
But maybe loyalty, maybe whatever kept you there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got to be strong enough to know. Listen, these guys are not for me early.
Yeah.
You know
That's what
I'm saying?
you got to understand. But it's not gonna come. It's not gonna come from the child. You know what I'm saying? It got to be that one person that's behind you to close that circle off.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I didn't have that.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I get that because I be like, listen, if I had like parents that was into me, I would have been somebody amazing.
Yeah.
I always say that because then you watch kids like, like I used to watch kids right that had everything when they like fuck where we was at, the hood and all that.
Right.
It was really kids there that really chose to do bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, see, the streets, I'm a nigga, the streets, you ask anybody that know me, I didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
The streets chose me.
It
Like,
chose me.
what I'm gonna do? I have nothing else to do because this all I know because this is how I came up. You know what I'm saying? But some dudes, their parents was there for them. Their parents made sure they had everything that they asked for just so they would do it that they said, and they still didn't do what they said. And all I was saying to myself sometimes was like, damn, man, I wish I had your mother. Damn, I wish I had
It's
your
just
father.
hard. It's
You know what I'm saying?
hard,
Because
man.
if I did, I'd be out of here.
But
Like, you trying, you
these
like,
motherfuckers that's walking around that want to be the tough guys or want to be the thug when you already got the silver spoon.
Right.
it always be them.
It always be
Always,
them.
I mean, we
But
in
they
the hood
was
and all that.
Hold up.
Your apartment don't have no roaches in it.
None.
You have a silver spoon whether you know it or not. You're
But where we
bugging.
come from, on my block, we call niggas like that WD. You know what that mean? You
40?
want to be down. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, like I never understood that, and even with the situation when I moved to Otapan with the wealthy family and all of that.
got
You know
you.
what I'm saying? Their son,
That was what, in Florida?
in Jersey.
In Jersey?
Yeah.
All right, I got you.
Their son always wanted to be in the mix with what I'm doing.
Because
You see what I'm saying?
he
But
wanted
you-
to be like you. You was showing him something that he ain't see.
But you already privileged. Like, you're going to college for free regardless.
Mm-hmm.
God bless you. They so if anything happens to your parents, you're good. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Whereas though someone like us, we got to worry about the burial.
No, what he's saying,
and all of
is that you have no reason to behave like
Right.
me.
None.
For real.
At
You know what I'm
all.
saying?
Like
And I get that. I
First
used to-
of all,
But he was fascinated by the
and if
lifestyle.
you do want to
but that's
follow
not
me,
a legitimate excuse for you to
but if
That's
you
what he
do want to
wanted.
follow me, I'm gonna make sure you follow me when I'm doing something right.
right.
go.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you're not just gonna come to Brooklyn with me and just be on Bainbridge or Albany
Right.
or I'm not even gonna bring you around that
Right.
because that's not you.
Right.
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 That's not you.
Yeah.
So why would I even put you in that position? I don't know what the fuck might happen.
Right.
See? Any given day.
Not to just you, but to me either.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I don't even want you to be around that. And there's been times where this knucklehead ass nigga right here, he'll tell me, like, bro, you gotta go.
Yo, he talking about Howie.
Yeah.
Yo, put the camera on Howie.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
one time.
Put the camera on Howie. Yo,
But
Howie, come here.
It been times.
Put the camera.
Like, I would call him.
He can't move
where
up.
I'll call him, and I'd be like, bro,
Howard!
I'm in Brooklyn. And he'd be like, yo, I'm on Bainbridge, or I'm here, such and such.
Right.
Come through. But after a certain time, he's like, yo, you gotta go.
Ain't nothing wrong
You
with
get what I'm
that,
saying?
though.
And those the motherfuckers that you keep around. Like I said,
remember? You had to leave. Remember the time he was coming back, give me my chain back?
Yeah.
And niggas saw him give me my chain back. And he had his chain on, but he let me hold his chain at the same time.
Right.
Niggas saw that. Niggas trying to send a nigga. Nigga came on a bike. And we went to my crib. Had to come. Yo, son, this shit was crazy, right? Remember?
Yeah.
Either way, y'all here now.
But people, I mean, you gotta understand the type of motherfuckers that I hang around too. You see what I'm saying? I don't hang around with fuck niggas. You know what I'm saying?
We talk about
Let me
Don
tell you
talk
what
up
we have
here.
in common. Now you see why I said what I said in the beginning, right? When you a person, right, that are respected by people that kill, literally, people that rob, literally, they don't do this to you. And what they don't do, this how you know they respect you. This how I know that these same guys respect me, because we don't talk about that.
At all.
Because they know I'm not with that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're not going to disrespect me. So then why would I accept disrespect from somebody that I know is like...
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
But it's crazy because I'm going to give you a story, right? Now, mind you, my son grew up on St. Mark's and Albany between Kingston. And, I mean, St. Mark's between Kingston and Albany.
Right.
That's Brooklyn.
Remember when them
That's
niggas tried to rob me? That was the worst thing they could have did. That was the worst thing they could have tried.
They keep thinking niggas ain't from Brooklyn.
All right, well, listen, we ain't trying to look. All right.
Yeah, we ain't
gonna leave
get
right
into-
there.
Yeah, that was the worst thing they could have tried.
Right.
We gonna live right there. But see, that's the thing. With certain, like, see, look, you a person like, look, people got love for you just because the type of person you are.
And
People
that's
got love
anywhere.
for the type of person I am. I cannot, like, it grinds me up. You know what I'm saying? Because like, yo, listen, because see, the people that have respect for you, they know the type of person you really are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They know, listen, I can't do that to him.
Yeah.
That's what you don't understand. Like, it ain't like they don't do it because of loans. Yo, no.
Yeah, nah.
What they understand is that they can't
They
do that to
can't.
me.
Yeah.
So why?
But don't get me wrong, it ain't like I can't be touched.
No, I'm not.
no,
I'm
at the
not saying that
same
neither.
time-
We know that.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's,
respect go a long way, though.
Everybody
you
could be
should
touched.
know.
But listen, everybody could be touched. But what's gonna happen while you're touching me?
Yeah, that's the point.
That's the thing. It ain't gonna be, oh, you're touching me. You're touching me. It's not with me. It ain't gonna be that. It ain't gonna be that with me.
Nah, man. I don't
don't care who you are.
And that's why I said I'm gonna do this foundation, which is
As you
Lenny
should.
Cook
I should.
presents Shoot Hoops Not Guns.
Keep going. with it.
Because the gun violence now is absurd. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we got babies carrying these things.
But
you
you
know
can't
what I
even
mean?
call it gun violence no more. You gotta call it Chicago.
It's crazy, bro.
Yo,
it's crazy, man.
Chicago.
That's
It's
really
crazy.
Yo, you
Because
know.
they wake
Yeah,
up.
I
with
watched
this
a
shit on their
kid.
mind.
I'm at a football game. God bless his soul, Lil Do, which is my twin's cousin. His birthday was 2 days ago. Lang City honored him by naming the park after him. It was this
That's
news.
dope.
The
That's dope.
news went nationwide, bro. We had a football game, high school football game.
What's his name?
Micah Do.
Micah Do.
He was 8 years old. Took a bullet for no reason at a fucking high school football game.
I think I seen it. They showed
It
that.
was worldwide,
Yeah,
bro.
I
It's
think I
going
seen that.
down.
Camden was
everywhere,
playing
yeah.
against Pleasantville High School for a playoff game.
And for
bro.
those no
Camden
Camden,
dangerous,
No,
though.
Camden
Bro,
is
it wasn't
real
in
rough.
Camden, and it won't nobody from Camden that was doing the shooting. It was
Wow.
a motherfucker from Pleasantville.
Oh,
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
okay.
And it's sad, man. These little
Why you got a
motherfuckers
gun
out
at the
here.
game anyway?
First of all, why the fuck is
Yo.
you at a game with a fucking gun at a high school game?
At a high school game with bitches, niggas.
And you from
guns
Pleasantville.
everywhere.
Come
Come on, bro.
How much
So-
drama you got in Pleasantville?
I
Seriously.
mean, nah,
Say
Pleasantville,
it
Lang
again?
City. Shout out to Lang City, Pleasantville, man.
They
But
get busy out there?
it get wild out there.
Yeah, it get
They
wild.
get wild.
Look how that shit even pronounced.
But it don't even make no sense. Like
Pleasantville.
whoever you was looking for, you could have seen that nigga walking out the fucking game because it's only one way in and one way out.
Yeah.
You could have followed that nigga to the store. You could have did anything.
These little niggas ain't got no
You see what I'm
aim.
saying? You could have did anything.
Now let's talk about that. Now you see the thing about errors. Now check
Yeah.
this out. Now
There you
check
go.
this out. Now we go.
There you
Now
go. Let's talk about
I'm glad
it.
you brought that
Let's
up.
talk about it.
Because this is the difference between the quote unquote errors, right? Which I don't agree with, but this is what I'm gonna talk about. Now, there's people back in the days that'll see you and they will see a situation going on with a baby there and what you call it, and you there, and you know what? God bless you that day because we not gonna get you this day.
Not right now.
Not right now. But there's people that'll do that anyway. See that situation and do it anyway, and then don't even hit the person they supposed to hit. Hit somebody else that has nothing to do with nothing. Now, if that's a difference between errors, that's the excuse you want to give me. That's bullshit.
That go back to being a
Yeah.
fuck nigga.
Yeah,
That's bullshit. That go back from knowing from right from wrong.
That's bullshit.
And as my man Lenny says, if I know fuck nigga is wrong. All right. So now look, everybody knows right from wrong, no matter what fucking age you are. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's the pills.
Maybe.
I don't. First of all, you're not even high. You're just taking them pills and y'all getting drowsy as shit.
That's it.
You're not even high.
downer.
It
It's
high.
over.
High is different.
Yes.
High, like I'm high. Hey,
Well, I
when-
don't know what high is, but I ain't never
No,
been there.
I'm talking about
saying.
weed
But I
high.
get fucked up.
Nigga said he get
No, I
wasted.
mean, don't get me wrong. I dibbled and dabbled a little bit with some shit, and high is different.
Yeah.
High
Talk that
is,
shit.
hey,
Oh,
I'm high. Where the bitches at? Now, drowsy is, hey, I'm high. Let's go kill some niggas we don't even know.
Anyway, I don't want to be
Y'all
high
niggas is
Dead
drowsy.
man
Yeah.
walking.
It's a difference.
Yeah, I don't want to
Dead
be
man
dropped.
walking, man.
I don't want to
wanna
be
be
See,
dropped.
y'all gotta do it. Y'all not getting high. Y'all getting drowsy.
They dying.
And then some of y'all is so drowsy that y'all wake up in the precinct and don't know what happened to you.
Word.
And then scared.
I'm out here. I know these stories, man.
Then you scared though. You
Yeah,
in the
no, listen,
precinct
because
scared.
this
After that,
go.
they brain gotta be fried.
Listen, this goes to people being somebody they not. Like, see me. One thing about me, you go to my hood and ask them. One thing about me. Hey, listen, he always was him. I went to church when I was young. This is how I realized. I went to church. I went to on a choir.
All facts.
Because I know how to sing for real. Now,
Sing something.
no.
Yeah, we got a singer and a dancer in the building, y'all.
But see,
Yeah, we got a singer and a dancer in the building.
listen, what I did was I went to church on Sunday.
Yeah.
Monday through Saturday. See, the only reason why I went to church because nobody made me go to church. I used to love being on the choir because I love to sing. So I went to church I went to choir rehearsal on Saturday, church on Sunday. But Monday through Friday, I was who I was.
Yeah.
That's why.
But you was who you was when you went to church on Saturday.
No, I
and
was that too,
Sunday
but what I-
because that's who you wanted to be.
But see, that's why I understand balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand like good and bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the things you learn in church, if you see, I don't pay attention to religion. I pay attention to lessons in church.
I don't
Yeah.
pay attention.
You know what I'm saying?
to
I'm
that
not
shit
religious.
either.
And I grew up in the Baptist church, and my father is actually a minister in the Pentecostal church.
Facts.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So I grew up around that, and that made me not me knowing church like I know it made me not religious.
Yeah.
Maybe God is here.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
And
I
I
don't
just
care
had
who
this
you.
that.
conversation with my bro, right? Shout out to my man Zeus, man. This is one of the big homies that he came home like 5 years ago. And I met him through a mutual friend. But when he came home, and I don't mean to cut you off.
Nah, you
Nah,
got
it's
that's
all
what.
right.
Look,
This
this
your
this
thing.
your
But-
show, baby.
When I met him, right, his brother, I'm at his crib. He's like, yo, I gotta go pick my bro up. He about to get out 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, all right, I'm riding. You know what I'm saying? So we get back to his crib after we pick him up, whatever, chilling, drinking, whatever. The brother got mad because of the relationship me and him built. And we like the closest of friends right now. You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I'm saying that to say what you just said, the conversation that we just had about the church thing. I don't judge. Most people in Atlantic City, Philly, Jersey, up down South Jersey is Muslim.
Right. So I'm linking to the brothers.
My kid's mother is Muslim. You know what I'm saying? And they get so caught up into
religion.
religion.
Right.
You get what
Too
I'm
deep,
saying?
too deep. I
And
know,
I'm
I know
like,
where you're
yo,
coming from.
it's only one God, bruh.
Facts, different knowledge to the God.
That's it. So I don't have to praise to this one and this one and this one or whoever I need to pray to. I'm only praying to one.
Right.
It's the same one you praying to now.
Yeah, just
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So as long as you have faith, everything else will fall in place.
Right. See, to me, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with religion. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with church. I'm saying there's nothing wrong with how people take this stuff.
Yeah,
There's
that's
something
right.
wrong with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
people in the church.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that because that right there to keep you structured, keep you whatever. If you take it for what it really is to keep you structured, is to keep you balanced. Know what I'm saying? But some people I don't want to get too deep.
No, we,
I
I
could.
mean, no,
But
because
some people-
I just
might
like
need
the
this message,
conversation.
though.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Some
And we
people
going
might need
off
this
topic a little bit, but we not.
Right.
Because we just talking about real
Shit.
facts and
Dog
real
talk.
life shit.
Right.
And I'm
Now-
with all the shit.
Dog talk, nigga.
You know what I mean? But nah, I'm just
Dog
saying,
Talk
man.
episode 4. We live with my man Lenny
Yeah, I
Cook.
greatly appreciate
Heard you.
y'all, man.
It's all
Don,
Brooklyn.
man, I greatly appreciate Don Talk and the whole organization, the whole everything, everybody.
Yeah, we just
that's involved, man.
just getting started,
Yeah, we
man.
just warming up. We just
Yeah,
warming
we
up.
just
But
We need some sponsors. Could you help us?
oh, most definitely we gonna work on
See,
those
I'm
things.
asking for my
Listen.
shit. I politic myself.
You might be up here again, so you know.
50%.
I
Love is
politic
love,
myself. Yeah, but like back to what I was saying, like I'm not super religious.
Yeah.
Because this one made me not so religious. Going to do 2 different type of churches made me not religious. Due to the fact that, listen, everybody's a Christian. Everybody believes in the story of Jesus. So then why don't only organizations are one big gang to me.
Gang.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
fact.
that's a
You
gang.
have the Baptists. Now we can go all the way down to the other Baptist church, but the Pentecostal church, I know they think they're too Hasidity
Yeah,
to
most
fellowship
definitely.
Yeah.
with the
With the
Baptist
Baptist.
church.
Yeah, most
now
definitely.
a person like me looking at that like, wait a minute. This is not godly. This is business.
Where's your offer?
Like even when I was younger, like
how much is your time?
right. Like wait a minute, like cause now I have to go to church with my father. Which I hated because they all Hasidity up there and
Yeah.
acting like, but until you went with the young folks downstairs, and then you understood what was really going on. But that's when I really like going. But I didn't like going there because you can't wear the women can't wear pants. The Baptist church, hey, come as you are. You're
Come
here.
as you are.
Yeah.
You here. You know what I'm saying?
But even the dudes, I've been in a few where I came as I was,
But see-
and they look at me as soon as I walk through the door. Why is he in here like that?
That's what. Now you
No
see
bullshit.
that Christianity has different denominations. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I never really got into that because all right, y'all ain't no different than me than what the Bloods and the Crips are.
Right.
God is God. I still go to church because I like the ambience. I like to go there. I like to get my thoughts together there sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I don't go too often as I used to.
And in all actuality, we all got to go.
Yeah. But
You know what I'm saying?
It's funny.
and it's not
because
for you. It's not for the people. It's for you.
No, look, that's what I'm saying. When I do attend, it's for me.
Yeah.
When I decide to go, it's
them
going
days
to
that
be for
I usually
me.
go. Well, when I was younger, your mom got you dressed on Easter.
Right, you got to go Easter
Yeah,
Sunday
On Easter
with that
Sunday.
fucking suit that didn't really
know what I
fit.
mean? You done got this
Yeah.
Sunday and all
motherfucking
that,
vest
yeah.
on. You got a white shirt with a bow tie that clipped on because it came with the shirt. And you get what I'm saying? Like that's mandatory. You're going once
He got a
a
white
year.
shirt on there.
He over there because he still got to do that this Easter's coming up. So I'm like,
But at the same time, man, like, long as you have faith, bro, I don't care what religion it is.
Now it's funny that we talk about religion because
Most motherfuckers ain't gonna talk about
but
it.
he was into church, and myself, my whole family, we Muslim. We ain't never speak on that. We ain't never have a conversation back and forth on that.
no, because I never was, even though I never was really into church. I was into singing. I like see, you gotta understand, like I went to church for music purposes because like the musicians and the way they used to put music together and harmonies and stuff like that. Like especially if you went to a church, like I was on an award-winning choir. Like I was on the Howard Burton. Shout out to the people at the Brownsville Community Baptist Church. Rest in peace to Reverend Howard Burton Senior. I was on an award-winning choir. Like we won the McDonald's Gospel Fest. We used to go sing for the mayor. Like we used to take bus trips to different churches everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was the lead singer, like the lead male singer. Like I used to get mad because they used to make me lead all the songs. Like,
excuse me. Big shout out to the kid from Emporia, Virginia too. What's the Sunday show? This gospel show.
Sunday's Best.
Sunday's Best.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Small town of Emporia, my hometown in Virginia. He lost in the finals.
Oh, okay.
From the small town of Emporia, that's only probably fucking 3 minutes.
What's
long.
his name?
I don't know the young boy name. He a Harris though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Big shout out to him for doing.
You know you've been down south too long. You start talking like, I don't know it, but he's a Harris.
He's about his whole name. John Harris.
It's about.
I know his dad's name is Antoine Harris. I know that.
That's because it's only about 14 last names in Virginia.
No bullshit, man. Yeah, big shout out to the whole city of Emporia, man.
But like I would say, I wasn't like really always. I wasn't in the church. I was into the choir more than the church. Yeah, I used to love to sing. Like you know that. I used to go to the parties. Let
me hear something, man. Let me hear something. I'm about to tell you. Hold on. Let me hear something.
No, listen. Let me elaborate on what he said a little while ago. Nigga said he used to go to church Saturday and Sunday, right?
No, listen.
And Monday through Friday, he in the crib with me. We doing all type of wild shit. But boy was going there faithfully though.
I used to go party with them on Saturday, and I used to know I'd be at church because I know like the choir used to depend on me, like to lead the songs. Like sometimes I had to sing a solo, so it was like I had to be there.
Up yesterday. I'm laid up. You know what I mean? Watching a little TV and shit. So I'm watching one of the Tyler Perry joints, and motherfucking Taraji P. Henson started singing that motherfucking
Call Me.
Help me on my way. Help me on my journey. It fucked me up because I caught myself singing it.
You know the song.
I got a little chill through my body.
You trying to tell me you thought you had vocals?
No, never, ever. If you watch the documentary.
He's trying to say that he came home for a minute.
I was on my way.
You came home. I get that. It happens to me.
It just off of that topic right there, it was just like, damn. I don't care how tough you think you are, how bold you think you are, what you are, who you are. Yeah. When it touch you, and the spirit touch you, that shit'll break you down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That'll break you down. I don't care who you are. You can be the gangsterest motherfucker in the world. But when somebody say something and it touch you, that's deep. I went to church with Rodney Jerkins. Rodney Jerkins took me to church one day, to his parents' church in Pleasantville, New Jersey. He had a studio where he recorded Destiny Child, Michael Jackson,
super producer, Brandy, Rodney Jerkins,
Dark Child. You know what I'm saying? Right from Pleasantville, New Jersey. Went to church with him one day. Get there, he told me to sit right here, front of the freaking church.
Front row, nigga.
Guess who come sit beside me? Motherfucking Sierra. I knew it was on there. This
so let me ask you a question. When you saw her sit next to you, what was your first thoughts through your head, boy?
We need to go to one of these casino rooms. This way she was messing with Bow Wow.
Oh, she wasn't even with Russ.
No, this
you had a hell of a shot.
This is way
before.
About her
height
you had a hell of a shot.
But to get back on what you was talking about with the music and the choir and all of that, I never seen nobody walk in a church and get on every instrument in there. Rodney, his wave on that keyboard was different. He got on the drums. He played the sax. He did everything you could possibly do in that building and had the church rocking. So when that's what and don't get me wrong, that's what I go to church for. That movement, that feeling.
Right.
Because that choir.
Because you'll catch it that day.
That choir, if it's a good one, gonna get you out your seat.
Right.
I promise you.
Because
So what, you
see,
gonna
listen,
stand
it's
up and
never.
start dancing.
Excuse me?
I said you gonna stand up and start dancing.
If he tell me to get up and
So
start
bust
dancing,
a move right now.
nah. I told him if he got to hit the note though. He got to hit the note.
Listen.
Shit, hold on.
You got to hit the note.
No,
You
listen.
gotta hit the note.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, Lenny.
Yeah.
You're not gonna let Black rock us out of the situation. Listen, let me explain to you what's going on right here, Lenny. Let me explain to you what's going on right here. Lenny,
Yeah, he ain't get
Black
that on
family.
camera.
Yes, he did. You on this one?
Nah, that's him.
Yeah, that's me.
What you mean?
I'm
there.
It's back. Listen. Black family, right, is 5%er, right? He don't even understand what we talking about. He don't step foot in churches.
No way.
They
No
put
way.
on vests,
but he
and
know.
they have tomahawk cookouts.
No, I want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
Oh,
See, I get what
Too
you
cool,
mean.
you gonna lose.
Anyway, we back now. My man Lenny Cook, for those who don't know, he was a basketball prospect back in 2000, 2001, 2002. He played against the best of them when they was on the come up. All of them was on the come up together. And he fell short of going to the NBA.
Still was in the draft though.
We don't have to talk about it. What you could do is you can go to YouTube right now and look up the Lenny Cook story. It was a documentary on Showtime that at first, and then it was on Netflix. Now it's on YouTube. So for those up and coming stars right now, those ball players that's playing right now, when you hear this,
Go tap
into the Lenny Cook story.
Fact.
Because you always hear the good side about the NBA and about what's going on before you get to the NBA. But then you're going to hear the real side fucking with the Lenny Cook story.
that's a big
It's all
fact.
real
That's
shit.
a big fact, man. Because these kids nowadays, man, once again, these kids, man, all they know is basketball. They feel like this is their only way out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
It's 1 billion kids that want to be in the NBA.
I know that.
It's only 570 spots.
And you was like what, like number 3 in the country at one point?
Don't get it fucked up. I was number 1.
Listen, man.
Certain people had me.
I respect that.
Yeah, certain people had me 1A, 1B with Amari. Then some people had me 2 with Carmelo. Then some people had me 3. But
I'd rather be Carmelo
90% always had Lenny Cook 1.
Nothing wrong with that.
And when I say that, it's the big ones that matter. It ain't the little people. Sports Illustrated had me 1. ESPN had me 1. Shit like that.
Right.
Now, the motherfuckers that make rankings, they might put me 3 because Amari Stoudemire went to this camp and I didn't go. Motherfuckers put me 2 because, Lenny Cook was supposed to be at the 76ers workout, but guess what he was doing? He was out with Foxy Brown on a date. And
So
he
they
didn't
say.
show up.
Allegedly.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, so they say.
Yeah, so they say.
But, yeah, man. But at the end of the day, man, I feel like my calling wasn't basketball. My calling is to help change another person's life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Because if it was basketball for me, I'd be in the NBA. God said to me, and we're not getting back on the Christianity and all of that.
No, it's all
but
good.
God said to me after that car accident, yo, I gave you $350,000. You didn't know what to do with it. So how would you act if I gave you $1 million? I probably would have killed
That's
myself.
deep. That's deep. That's
You
for
see
all
what
you
I'm saying?
kids out there, man. Think about that.
So, pave the way for someone else. And you the one that can do it. Like I said earlier when this show first started, it's 1 million Lenny Cook stories coming out of New York City. I just been blessed with the opportunity to share mine. And I'm going to continue to do it until the breath is no longer in me.
Keep going.
I promise you.
Keep going. Whoa. That's love.
Hey.
Yo.
Show, Lenny.
EP4, we lit.
Don Talk, I'm in the
Don't
building.
talk. Lenny
I'm in the
Cook.
building. I'm
Go
in the
check out
building.
that
I
documentary.
feel like y'all supposed to interview me at this
You know what
point.
I'm saying? I just, that's just how I feel, man. And
This was big for us.
It's just growth.
Like this.
Now
It's
you
just-
know
it's
you
just growth,
like
man.
sometimes you get somebody and then you don't have to say nothing to them. Like
Yeah, I mean,
I
I just
don't have
feel
to
like
argue
that,
because
but that's why
you know
when you ask me
how
what do you want to talk about? It's nothing that I won't talk about.
Right.
Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
Because I
Dawn
can
Talk is
express
about,
my
man.
feelings, whether somebody like it or not.
Right.
It's my feelings. I don't give a fuck what you think. It's about me. I'm here because it's about me, and I'm gonna do so. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's women, alcohol, weed, pills, this, that, clubs, cars, jewelry, whatever the fuck you want to talk about. I'm here for that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest because most niggas ain't honest.
Right.
No, because they
But see, that's what Dawn Talk is about, though.
But because they not happy within themselves.
That's like 75% of the world, maybe 90.
I'm happy with who I am.
Me too.
I don't fuck whether you
been
like me
100
or not.
I've been 100 and some pounds
I'm cool
for 30
with
some
being
years,
me.
nigga. I'm fucking happy for myself, nigga.
I swear, if I can get back, get back to your side, motherfucker, I'm trying it again.
We ain't even worried about it. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie to you. Me and you sit next to each other like a number 10.
Nigga, you ain't never
Where?
been his side.
I was born that size, motherfucker. Fuck you talking about? Yeah, nigga, I came out this nigga size. Nigga, you tripping? Oh, would you never get it fucked up? I was your size at one time.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Don't let that nigga play you like that.
Hey, yo, nah.
Yo, listen.
Nah,
all right.
Nah, we back to it,
I like
though.
I like to talk about basketball things with people that actually play basketball. That's why I sometimes don't be feeling ESPN because their critique is so serious to where you would think that one of them ever dunked before.
Media
You know what I'm
sells,
saying?
man. That's their job. Media sells. And that's what I learned. Media sells.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Most of these motherfuckers ain't never picked up a basketball.
He
Raptors
said so.
eliminated by the Celtics.
Most definitely last night.
What you think
Most
of that?
definitely.
So what you think?
Well, I was riding with the Celtics anyway. They did
Okay.
pick me up for the motherfucking summer league and
Oh,
all
yeah,
that.
like
So
like
big
two
shout
of
out to the
them. Yeah,
Celtics.
ain't nothing wrong with
You
that.
know what I'm saying? But I did think at the end of the game, the young boy made a dumbass decision. He dribbled the ball for 18 seconds.
That's too long.
Before he shot the three.
Too long.
And he wanted to be the hero.
Yeah. But
You get what
know
I'm
how
saying?
to be the hero, though.
It's basketball ego more
Mind
than
you
basketball
now,
IQ.
don't get me wrong, old boy was fouled out. But you don't take that shot. That's not your game. Know your personnel, know your role.
Right.
You hear this, young boys?
It's a difference. That's why I love LeBron the way I love LeBron. LeBron's not gonna never make a decision where it's bad. It may be bad at the end of the night if he missed and ESPN criticize him
It's a
and
missed
all of
shot.
that shit. He didn't make the right pass. Why did he pass instead of shooting himself? And all of that type shit. I ain't never seen him make a bad basketball decision. Never.
I can agree to that.
I
could agree to
Oh
that.
yeah, everybody in the world can.
Yeah, I would agree to that.
Never. Whether it's a pass, a bucket, a non-bucket, whatever. He never makes a bad basketball decision. You see what I'm saying? So these young guys that's coming up, they want to be the hero.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't knock that. Cause if it was me, bitch, I'm gonna do the same shit.
But see, what they don't understand is making the right basketball decision makes you the hero.
That makes you the hero, and that's why LeBron Bartholomew James is the greatest basketball player ever.
Again, Dawn Talk, episode 4. We live with Lenny Cook. We don't been talking about things from religion to the streets to everything else. We about to wrap this up right now. Before we wrap it up, I want to give a big shout out. First, I want to give a shout out to my cameraman, my man Boy Easy
Big shout out to you, bro.
Easy.
at
I push.
ipushmedia.net. That's their website. Is at
Oh.
Boy Easy.
Oh, that's you, I push.
Right.
I be seeing that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Big shout out to them.
Him and his brother, they like a set of fake twins. Them two, yeah.
Yeah.
Tapped in.
Mishmack Sock twins. That's them two, yeah.
Okay.
They run that over
Big
there.
shout out to our push.
Now you got on my man. I authorized this. DJ authorized.
Most definitely.
Show his outfit. Oh, outfit. Look.
Yeah, this is my guy, man. Shout out to my boy Courtney, DJ authorized.
Right, we gonna
Authorized
throw
this.
him up on this. Brooklyn dude.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people rocking shit. We got my man too. Look.
J Vaughn.
Spread love.
Right, spread love, not hate.
Spread love.
I need that care package.
Spread love.
We gonna throw all y'all shit up
that care
there.
package, Jay. You already
on
know
the
what it
edit.
is, Jay.
I want to thank my man Lenny Cook for coming through. I appreciate you. You a real nigga.
I appreciate you,
Nobody ever
man.
told
Thank
you
y'all
that.
for having me, bro. Thank y'all for having me, man. It was a blessing to be here, man. And like I said, the interview was super dope. We ain't talk about none of this shit everybody else want to talk about.
Nah,
you know
like
what
I
I'm saying?
said, we talk. I mean, I like to deal with real people. So when I know you're real, we don't got to say like people can go find. See, you a guy's easy. People can go find your story. We don't really gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can just get to know you now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
nah,
If they want to, they want to hear the story. Yeah, like I said, it's a Showtime documentary, the Lenny Cook story. You go on YouTube. It's about an hour and a half long. But if you a baller or if you just a person that like to that needs some motivation, you go watch that.
Go watch that, man. But
And that's
also
it.
stay tuned, man. The Lenny Cook book will be out February or March.
Okay.
That's going to tell the full story. The
Okay.
documentary didn't tell the full story.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? These dudes, they use me. You see what I'm saying? They use me. They got the bread. I ain't getting none of that money off of that documentary. You see what I'm saying? Fuck boy shit. But I stand strong because I'm true to me. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't trip off of it. But I will get mine.
Like you said, you see them DMs you read? That's the money you need.
That's all I need, bro. That's what keep me going. Besides my children, that's what keeps me going. To know that I've touched someone else and motivated someone else to not make some of the mistakes I've made. That's what moves me. And as long as I continue to do that, that man knows I'm going to the pearly gates when I'm done. You get what I'm saying? And that's how I live my life, bro.
And we gonna end it like that. This is Dawn Talk, episode 4. Love is love.
Appreciate you.